So let's come back to your car manufacturing now. In terms of the model of cars you manufacture, that you produce, where do you get your design from? Do you take design from other vehicle companies, or do you create your own designs?
Okay, some of them I create my own design. Some of them I take from other motor manufacturing company. We have a partnership on it.
All right. So is this what you're running at the moment? Is it some sort of public-private partnership, or is it privately owned 100%?
Well, for now it's private alone, but maybe in future, when everything normalizes and going well, I can go to public, so the public can take over after me.
Okay. So you still think, or rather you still want the company to be a lot bigger than what it is now?
Yes, yes.
I think it's massive already, and you still want more.
I
I like your spirit. I like your spirit. So, okay, so in terms of balancing between your job and family, how do you do it?
My job and my family have no problem. All of them are working together. My children have grown up, and they're all working to support me. My family are with me, so I don't have any problem of my job and my family. I give them all the attention. They give me their own attention, so I don't have any issue about family.
Is there any of your kids that's running the company with you, or that you aim for to take over the company?
My kids is anyone that is interested. I'm ready for work with him. But if he's not interested, I'll make sure I'll train who is interested. Whether my kid or another kid, doesn't matter. If you train anybody well and show him belonging, he also your kid. So my kid, if they want, I'm ready to. But if they're not interested, anybody who is interested to work, to make sure the company is going well, I will support the person. So whether my kid or not. So most of my staffs are like my kids.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that you have staffs that's worked with you for 35 years. You said you had another for 25 years. That's a lot of commitment from them. Do you think you're as committed to your staffs as much as they're committed to you?
Yes, I'm very committed with them, and they're so committed with me. My staffs are working closely with me. That's why I can go out of the office for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Everything will be going well because they are perfect. Anytime I brought a new idea, that immediately they master it, they will perfect it well.
That's good. So for investors that might be looking at investing in Africa or in Nigeria per se, what would you say to them?
Well, I would tell them that investing in Nigeria is good. Nigeria is a virgin place for investment. But the only problem is that you must very, very straight and okay and watchful. Because sometimes, like the incident I see in my company for the past 11 years, a bank went to my account and took some money. When I discovered, he agreed to pay me back the money he took. When I want him, they agreed to pay me back. They are charging interest. So everybody who borrow money for them, 22%. But when they took my own money away, I don't know. And I discovered it after some years. I tell them they will pay me with the interest.
So they took your money from your account?
From my account, without my consent. When I discover, they agreed to pay me back. I tell them they will pay me back with interest. They said they will pay me only 7%. But the time I borrowed them, I paid them 22%. I said no, they will pay me the same amount I paid them the time I borrowed them. They disagree. We went to court. I went to court and win them. Okay. You understand? Immediately, and they are win them with the 22% interest until the money were paid. They didn't agree to pay. They allow it, they go to appeal court. It becomes, the time I win them is about 4.7 billion. With the 22%, they keep the money so long. So it becomes 6 billion. You understand? In appeal court, they didn't get them to pay. They still want to go to appeal court, Supreme Court. They keep it there. They don't want the case to go on. It becomes 14 billion. When the money goes high, what they did is they say I forge and use security agencies to intimidate me. But finally, everybody has seen the truth that they owe me 14 billion as of today.
So basically what you're saying to investors is
so
it's good enough for them
must
to
be very
come,
careful
but you
and
just
very
need to be watchful.
checking watchful. If they are not watchful, if I didn't watch, this money have gone. You understand? Yeah. So investors must be very careful with the Nigeria. Because, okay, how can he use my money to pay security agency to intimidate me? You understand? If in a place minus court. That's why court is very important for anywhere in this country. Because when it happens, if you didn't go to court to get your justice, poor man goes to court to get justice. Because if I didn't go to court, how can I get justice? That's what I want.
So yeah. So what you're saying basically is for investors coming into the country, is that it is good enough for them to come. It is a virgin land for them to take opportunities.
That's true.
But they should just be very careful and watchful of what they.
Because my experience, I'm talking about my experience.
Yeah.
They are thinking they are doing something to me, but I think they are doing it for the nation. Because when they are destroying things good for the nation, they are destroying the nation, not destroying me. Yes.
Right, brilliant. It's been a very, very good time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
With you on this interview. We'll carry on now and we'll go and see the rest of the factory.
Thank you.
We'll take it from there.